kasiebo mu ye beda na ye kire na ye de somo kasiebo yi mu nsem a wobetie bie ni guta wose wone foto sanso afo no Asia
Opening pa bia wonim de ewo bambo ene abefo tentafidie no so nkomobo mu wone nsamtwerofo edi nkomobi
Bank of Ghana so kasase se de dollars akodi ni pa bi nsem no yade a ehu pa
yewura yaw domelevo ene nsamtwerofo kasana osesen
Sada ni ebebo uransa fufuro mu MPP amanyoko di hihegu akwamu a wode beto aba eyi Frank Krafo
kane mampani John Dramani Mahama ne ND samanyoko no wode dwumadie bi atim so
ebi ka ho anopai ena ye gibre na ye de aba be somo wo hini ni amakrancha da zo asof mami premier ni mi di mene
nana kwabana kese
National President Dirima Ghana Union of Traders Association Dr. Joseph Obeng woni Sompa Central Twetwen koma wa yi asutire se ene womu ewontie na se womu ehwe kwan se foto sanso afo be komra chebedwafie mu na wo man no safini che ne mu mienu a se de esika samtie no de akwa akotudwa na se de ne niema nyina akotura ma mu dwadie nsam ha wo no nti wo de akoto foto sanso afo na so esen ke be ya akwa sika ye ba bebo so no ye beti won mu so de bi ewo mu wo ma kan nyina e de akere no Papa Joseph Obeng se ne 25th July yi wo mu nim se yewura ken for yata be fa ne potomento no akwa akogina emrache bedwafie mu akwa akobọ kase e de afa wo man no yesika sam no wo so de niema bebre na gu akwa mu se be ye ne sika sam no a eto fam no betumi nso apagya na no atumi aboa ma wo mu dwade awodo a wonu mu edie no atumi nso agine mu edie mu yenti Papa Joseph Obeng
Mbowenda no yane fotosanfo eye owen wenyamfo ekanoforata ene rapamfo ene ye stakeholders na yekusiai ema woni yedi nkomo na nkomo twetwe mu no ekoba se watie ye na ye input no na sa media review de akoye ne se eye supplementary budget bi eno ye nyembe stream budget na betumi akacha ye how die nyira nemu no woni obesin konyo akopem November no a ye be ye the full budget no na woni yensem a ye dia mani na no wasone so na de beboa bia no wodi ahyesa budget no
Ora Joseph Obeng wano na ye guta president
Mame Cecilia Abrada pa ho nsensam no de Ghana fo nyina pensam a ewomu na ahwe na wapebi nso akenkan eno ada ye tonsa e de frɛ no sɛ womra na yemusa ne nsɛm ba ko mienu miensa bi Office of the Special Prosecutor na edi sa adwuma no na aka ho bema Central Force yenso ye din komo e de fetch ne owura Richard Kumodo oyobi a wonim de fa abefo tentafidie no so na afenso bambo mu nsɛm wonimu ye pa ana ne yebusa ne nsɛm ba ko mienu miensa sɛ ba bia niema keka kono se pa no ya keka e de course na ma me na setena mu so wo kyena bi edi animu no se ya kata ya niti a e de na ebehunu
Definitely, no kwani family, any close associate. As a result, Ghana as a whole, once and as and Chabia no more blacklist here because of money laundering. And yeah, boy, my this are no more lifty outside ban the gray area. More kita diplomatic passports. More politicians in this government. More ministers. It will affect a whole lot of them. Now, and no kwani families, any close associates, me in-laws, and even to the 8th layer. Yeah, credibility test. And I say integrity backgrounds are affected to the next layer, and I say to the 8th layer in that regard. And they've taken it so seriously. And some of the things in the bloom, but issues of money laundering are very serious. Auntie Abina Obia Shen said she's a model for young women in politics. At their way, because but when him Seba arrest her, it's not giddy say the 32 military and I said police. No, there are levels of issues of dealing with personalities such as this.
Ora Richard Komodo yobi a wonim de efa bambo na afi so abefo tentafidi no kwan efa so a yedi dwuma e wo so
Bank of Ghana amrado oda no Dr. Ernest Addison ene wo kirem se kwan America dollarse akwa akodi nipa bi nsam no yade ehu pa dollarse wo menye no ne yedie nanso ye pagya mo pa na hu sunsanso nyina da ate de abe for it sa so mienu ntokwa ba sa kwabrane atu yata ananse turumu humanom ene ho akire yen wo de asem itu dwa wo bram dwumadi a wo mu di afiafe de toso wo hadum yensa monetary policy committee ene wo kirekire mu ni nyina da he ma Mississippi abena pa ya ne watrende atwa mu Kosovo sika bia odi kogu ni dem ntie no na Dr. Ernest Addison said you be yan ka dwumadi nyina betumi akonka nti monetary policy no any a point no kura 50 no wo matumi push ya ma ba bedu 30% ni nyina ye niema wodi gu akwam a ebetumi aboa na wodi niema egu nsane ani no so we January bepem April no a any inflation etumi ma niema bi ebo kura pagya ye eye utility tariffs ni nuan makeka ho ni nuane ene niema saa ni nyina da wabusa enkontai ewo dwumadi a wo ye no ase.
Globally, all central banks are tightening, and the source of the problem is also coming from energy and food prices. So all central banks are tightening, and all central banks are facing supply-side shocks from food and energy prices, and they are focused on the secondary effects or the second-round effects of these types of shock. Broadly, most of them are complying. I mean, you heard about the unfortunate event that took place a few weeks ago, and we immediately asked them to comply and not wait for July 1st to comply. The lady who talked about the July 1st deadline, we immediately asked the banks to comply earlier. It was 2 weeks or so to the end of June. You'll see that the external debt component in CD terms tended to increase significantly. Domestic debt only increased by about 11 billion cedis or so.
Dr. Enesade say wano na yo meyi ye bangi batan amrado
na aka ho bi ama kane auditor yewura yaw domelevo nso kasa wono so de nano atum samobe kai na mo ahye nso a ye wo niema bi ene nhyehyɛ bi wo man mu a sakoba se bi a wo bedi dibre bi wo aban mu wa japade bi a wo wansa na wo be fa sa dibre no na wadi so de ye adwuma ma Ghana no ye sa wo pa ho to ma Ghana fo nyira hu no o kyerɛ sɛ sa ne ma no o heda hu niema yi papa.
The truth about asset declaration system in Ghana is that it helps conceal assets more than declaring it. Because if one is supposed to declare assets, I don't think that requires filling a piece of paper and giving that to the Auditor General. You must show the assets and the liabilities or evidence thereof, the Auditor General, and I think it must be verified. And according to Article 286 of the Constitution, specifically Clause 4, if assets identified or declared later on compared to what you declared earlier on, the difference cannot be explained by your salaries or gift or any form of legitimate source of receiving or income, then that should be declared as an illegal or unconstitutional acquisition. So to be able to do that, I think the law must go a little bit further than what it is now, because Auditor General is not God. It is the people who help the Auditor General to know whether the declaration is complete or not. So there must be publication of the assets and liabilities that have been declared. Again, if you read PFM law on asset declaration before the Constitution, it had specific provisions that within 2 weeks of declaration, the declaration must be published for Ghanaians to see. But
Kane Auditor General Royal Domelevo.
Any PP amanyoko wogun hyehyɛ so ya wobeto aba no ayi franka kurafo ya wobedi amanyoko nanimo 2024 abato kase a ma no bekoso no ewura no ayi wo mutipa ya yewura asrem stage ata Dr. Laji Mamadu Baumia wadodo bibie wonu sudi do manimo na sabrei National Council no eden krata apie montre so a waye hyehyɛ nyina da awie ya wo kyerɛkyerɛm se ne awie be November busome ne de to so ya enan no wobekɔ no akwakoto aba na wayi franka kurafo nansa ne no beba so no wo frɛ bibi sɛ electoral college ɛno obedi kan akwakoto ne nipa enkro na wo no magina no yaso ne so amana beka sɛ enum onumonyafo Alexander Afenwama Kense ya oye futu marache bedwani woni sentwerefo etwetwe asem yenkomo.
Going to have engagement with the aspirants on Wednesday and follow it up with other matters in accordance with the guidelines for the elections. We've had a fruitful engagement today, and I'm sure we'll follow it up on Wednesday. No petition was submitted. We've not received any petition. That is news. You have a list of the party has given you a list, isn't it? So what is your problem? The party, was there an official statement from the party? Was there an official statement from the party? I'm asking you. You said
it was an announcement at the National Council's meeting.
Do you have an official statement from the party to that effect? Do you have it? The latest statement in time is what it is. Okay? I am telling you that we do not have any petition. We haven't received any petition. we've had an engagement with representatives of aspirants. By the grace of God, the engagement ended successfully and fruitfully. We are going to have a meeting on Wednesday.
To discuss the same issue that
we are going to have a meeting on Wednesday. We are going to have a meeting on Wednesday.
Onimonya for Alexander Afenyo Markins.
And Rana Ayawiro Hosamo Papa was some draper. Kanema Penny John Dramani Mahamani and this Amanyo couldn't penny phobi Echo PM Ewo. Na Oman Penny Yawani baby Echo and this Amanyo Kunitimu Kane Atamos and na wakwa kurani finsia edu abakuni na waye enkaye som ediamano panifo boy ni se ye na kese ni so se ya wa nsam pi na panifo yi edetudwa.
John Evans Atamils hit all of us like a bolt of lightning and filled us with grief and marked a great loss for our party, the NDC, and our nation, Ghana. 11 years on today, we gather to honor the memory of a man who deserves honor and praise, the man, President John Evans Atamils. Prof, as we all called him, was a distinguished man who served his country with utmost integrity and humility while building a better Ghana for all, not just a few. It was a dull, overcast day. The weather turned cold, almost like today. And it was as if nature itself was conscious of the passing of a great political icon. We still bear the deep scars of pain all these years and are unlikely ever to forget how we felt on that fateful 24th July 2012.
Kanema Penny John Dramani Mahama and Yatinin Kai Fifi Fiave Cote. What a nature for Penny Edema and this Samanyoko, no son in some Kakra.
He understood the power comes from above. And the religious man that he was, I think he always understood that the kingdom, the power, and the glory comes from only one. He was simply a servant that was supposed to do the best he can, aware of his mortality. And I think he did so. And this party can only be grateful. And I think the greatest testament we as a party can give to the memory of this great servant leader is to have millions of us who rise to seek to emulate who he was. The breadth and depth of his knowledge, but much more than that, the expansiveness of his humanity, his humility, the love of nation, the love of people. And if this party can have millions of people who would epitomize that, this party will continue to be a shining light to the country. So on behalf of the NDC, on behalf of everybody in this party, we want to once more salute the memory of a great leader, a great servant, a great son.
Fifi Fiave Cote, where we talk for Penny Dema and this Samanyoko.
A foot to aqua many power didn't pay to quine and Kuntuna Sia Ghana for Tituni Mabunu say and show ye and name me Pemiwan and Temtini Padu Bebre and Yabi any travel agent TB. Berry as you could Jessica Chichuri dear, near Dow Quad and Chi Uba Sompa and Como Officia and Krata a good table so as handsome. Bebre, wine walker semi was one for Betty Chile, Yawa of Fry, my dear on some swap. Ya Mame Francisca was saying, Womuju Media Shemu at Tosudunum, 15th annual review meeting. Ya no epibi my echo was and Shemudia no diababa tuja. Nanun watch Muse, Urequambani any pebi dija, say it didn't bonnet, ever conquer farmers who cotonwa. We are no free Wahima trafficking. Yachini Padiafen Contraseno, a move as Chichiridiano, and non a tosu emiano. We are ahead of trafficking in person. Ya no by Jumadima echo wasano, or Latunde or Liami, and should be to say a bibi mine. Yenia ya wo baby, I answered any amiatam. Ya a friend sub Saharan, no. Yenya bibi papa be mwami etika semnon for swamremu, neme bruno woman ni, and ka one more mine, and womu crowd room.
Trafficking is a organized crime. I'm involved. in fact we are seeing na ye ka crime we drugs is no ye biska eba human trafficking research aye nyam enti we drugs if you want the next thing is very profitable human trafficking enti we say duma we are perform we involved no sika we are rich people which we organize and sometimes when you put your intelligence at work even to some betting the cry because of how organized they are. But I think so far, it's in actually it's in a court. Your friend says sentences. It be 15 years near if you for these foreign trips, who are when your foreign company for now to make you believe say what we are we want
oh Nimonya for Francisca what say Emesa enono
aswase approach for etu anamo na ohwiehwia say de dano ya na sa wo ba bia hunu se approach for ba ho no ohwiehwia e bia ohwehwe enema bi omuhu se enkoye e wo mpotem honom na enam so ma operation a oye ya no mu ano ofa abrantie bia te se abrantie na omofa no ehun sam ne akire nsam no akoye bebre na no aka ho bi ema mabunu bi a wombuafu ewo asokore mampon eba asowase police station money approach for de omosesa so papa na aka ho bi ma abrante ne baako efrimu etinananom ewo ensiedo na de course no de mo amohwe TV ne Facebook live no de mo hunu de ye kan abrante a wafrimu yi ne nua eye Alhaji Abdullahi Aziz wone samtrofo edinkomo
obeti se police anko po de share na wetwahwe inki se etesa entesa na police yi anko po unit sa ko eya na obi hu na afa na bafie eya be ni nyina na me kase ya ko the way commander AC hu na 100% ama yi nyina kuma to yi money PR room ne impenifo no I think say is the best solution commander why ya dey be ana wa assure you say omugusu ye investigation ana on fa bibia occurrence se payo ti enye sa jicho saluni ya minua commissioner e kada ne o se no credit me ada dinti stroke class e be kwa gosi enua no ama possibility no ayedi oka so we are waiting for the results inshallah and I'm going so I am hopeful o ka chu ya nso bi anya butre onye akomatu yim now inya etwen ho na more police route no they are so your mother and I think say results papa be free on moment
Alhaji Abdullahi Aziz yenu abemane one catch as for him bim nua panin no
ababa wa bi on finhia aduasa e friend Salamatu Mohammed say ya ka say wonu so ati yanom won se do wo bra ne mpena kwabena ye boa we security guard wo be poso no so afo no anafo wa tunu tuo akum no de frat asefo asase so wo say mentimi wase bi ne badofo insem wo bra Salamatu kwape na kwabra da ne yatubra man no edigu ne so a wo kum no na mabu ne won so ene o manfa anya kwadworo kora kwabena fie wo ma se no kora emi ye ka se kwabra ebo a wonom akire no so de na kwakotum ne no ena mabu ne wie ye obinum de kosi ye san akọ mo kire ye de ababa we akoto san akọ ye enchira ka wo ma mo kire man kora we adwuma ye twa nsa na Salamatu nua be ma woni Sompa ekasai
Ura no Russia mo je as mo je buwo tunganum to we say doctor we say ko police station na yes the rush call ma unse o record me na e ko ma unse na de de ta na pa bu so mo be ni me ka from so mo ko se mu ni ba no we me bo a mo so da ho me so mo he o ni ba no na ho ni ba ni de etu aye de kila so wo du wani hu mere mi baba hu se etibe a chena mi hu so se woni remo mu le ko bono musa ne best na mo
enla anopa ana site to operator no ba fie minimini din dia no be ka che mini aba ne so mo nya de impie ti ma me ka se no wanko no so mo ko ha ya de aba no sesan no ofrumo o san no ofrumoto na no ano no e be pemina o mafie na case we de edisia no mo see security no sɛ ne mpena no sɛ ɔmenim deɛ ɛsiɛ ɛna ɔbɔ ne tuo ɔmo si tuo no bɛhwee hɔ na ɛtuo no to bɛɛ wohwɛ me nuabaa no kɔyɛ deɛ ɔda hɔ na ɛtuo no mbɔɛ no hyɛ da na ɔtoo me nuabaa no tuo no ɔku no because ɛtuo ntimi nhwe fam ɛnkɔbɔ nipa akyi mpie n'anim da kɛbɛbɔ ne nan nti ɛtuo no abɔ n'akyi ama n'akyi nyinaa pie n'anim deɛ a na ɛsɛ bɔɛ no ɔhyɛ da na ɔyɛ dɛ ɔtoo me nua no tuo mentimi nkyerɛ sɛ na ɔne no asɛm dada na ɔne no ni asɛm nti deɛ asi ne deɛ saa na teɛ me
wei ɛne deɛ ɛkɔ soɔ ɛwɔ mankranso yɛ no Afano South West ababaawa Salamatu Ibrahim ni wo n'akyi
yɛn nuanom Sompa 90.7 ɛwɔ Nkranzabron ɛpoyɛ fam na yɛkɔ na yɛne yɛn nuaba Akua Boakyewa asɛmpa yɛtia hɔ ne nyina ɛne sɛ wapa dwumadie bi ho entoma sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ani ho hawa mpempi no ya na yɛta ɛfa mu ani adeɛ no yɛbɛtumi ayi ɛde afiri hɔnom Akua Awurade asomdwe nka wa no pɛ yo
Nana medase masom ewa ha say St. Teresa's Hospital ewa Nkranzabuno epoye mantamu apadwumadie sonko kra ne esentwafo animdefo banan ekopie mu ho se yakwaje enkyiremu opanyi ba ko a waje bre ene yakasa ye de ohwantoto yeso ewa Nkranza St. Teresa's Hospital Father John wono ene wode to ye no mu se wo mo beye free surgery de ama wono ma ete esi wo moni so esane se yeni eye yenkania woto aso edi kire mu se afia pem ahankro ne aduoso mienu a Mame Jesuit Teresa Edisa St. Teresa's Hospital yi ebetintim hono wonom abadwuma pa womafo bekaya na no ada yenkania woto aso edition eyi atwa Amsa kwan na senti eno omodo omontoma akobo ekuo bi a ye no National Cataract Program ya o machira kwan ewo abrochiman mu so omo be ye free surgery e dia mo bibia ya ete esine so ya etete no Father John eboa ye ekyerechire mu ebra poto omo de esi wonom so omo be ye sa operation yi e dia ma adehye
St. Teresa's Hospital Iowa Nkranzabuni East Yene National Cataract Program eka se omo share eni yare ditu eta esi nipa eniso na de ntia yes I do say ye wo eye center was eye clinic wo ha they will say eta ewo nipa bebre eniso nti e tro krata command National Cataract Program so me ba be boy yen se de be ya e bituma ye operation na yetimi ayiyi sa etena da edipa eniso na tima afaso ama won etimi ehu adede nti a ye sa program nyina ne se se etese wani a e de how be prepare busuamu untimi ne wadwuma o man so timi nhwe omompo nti se yetimi boa na se yi etefin bebre ani so na se mutimi enya omaniwa na se obutimi omanwuma me ade be boa man egba nkwazama nyinara ndi tu sa anamutu yi na sa se cataract surgery se be yi nyame de cheye na ya sha ye screen na dada nti wa wuti bi bia fi se etebi wo obushoni bi ani so no na wa bona mane e de amaye no etinde ni access in the hospital ai wo bulu o ba siketue bia enim e free na mumu ba insurance eye adwuma insurance eye adwuma bo modern say wo de insurance de be ebeba nyame de cheye na operation ebe koso eye bosome enso ewu mu ye de to so aduasa baako ekwesi bosome nwotwe na de to so enan na esa operation yi to bia wo tie no ye be stress boanamo St. Hospital na esa shop boss e be hwe oyi ama etenesi wani so nso no yetimi eye firi ho na wanya hoto na etumi aboa obusuafo na oman Ghana that's be great
Boakyewa asɛmpa yɛtia
St. Hospital na esa shop boss ama etenesi wani so nso no etimi eye firi ho na wanya hoto na etumi aboa obusuafo na oman Ghana that's be great
Boakyewa asɛmpa yɛtia
St. Hospital na esa shop boss
and I'm so quite to say
ama etenesi wani so nso no etimi
Abusia yenyina so na yemfansi enano pay of mame
Yedia si sabre ye rasante abo akok Benedict ne so ne kase ne so wo wura yire akosia so mo Japan betina chire afichiri mfunuma so ede amayen ya transe ya kan we say ya sori so amade di wo atwa so wanyene ni amakrancha da zo of mami premier ne mene
nana kwabra kese ya ka no pe wo kwa ya jimizo ne bi na J5G ne be ka ho eno ano no wunya mizo na wunya 5G ne bia ba bia Sompa wokɔ Sompa 90.7 na wobɛnya bi woba Sompa 98.9 so a wobɛnya bi woba Sompa TV so a wobɛnya bi bra yanim ha ya na ase bi a wa wohwɛ TV no number na egu so no fra ba bi a wo bia na ebe package bi kama na ye de amount o fra 0246 270 221 0246 270 22 bi a wo bia no fra ye na ye nim komana de wo hia no ye nye enfo ya da asem wa cha no pay Sompa baby better dear me mano
Joy Win Company Limited 0244 278 373